welcome into Clearfield High School for KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 5A state playoffs. As we've got an opening round matchup for you. The 11th-seeded Clearfield Falcons preparing to take on the 22-seeded Brighton Bengals. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Excited for this rematch from a non-region game all the way back in November. That was a game that Clearfield won. Brighton looking for a little revenge here in the first round of the playoffs. We'll start with the Bengals. Mentioned they come in the 22 seed, 3-9 out of their region, led by the senior, Sophie Nielsen. 5'9", guard. She does everything. 25 points per game, 11 boards per game. They know she is the focus of every opponent's defense. But yet, despite all that, averaging a double-double. She's been great this year, but there's been a young roster for Coach Stokes in terms of experience. There's a number of freshmen, some sophomores on this roster. They got some seniors as well, but there's a lot of youth and a group that has been gaining experience as the year has gone on. He recognized this team is very different than that one back in November, and they hope that can help them here in this first-round game. Meanwhile, for Clearfield, mentioned they come in the 11th seed, 10-2 out of their region. Lost the last game of the year to Fremont, 41-39, right there. Couldn't quite get over the hurdle. But Coach Soder, he's got a really two-headed monster when you look at his Falcons, including Isabel Wyaskett. We'll talk about her as the game proceeds. And then right next to her, Sierra De La O, the junior, has been great, averaging 11 points per game. Wyaskett averaging 13. As we are underway, Clearfield in the home whites, Brighton in the road navies. This is Wyaskett. She sends this out to Kern. She'll try the opening three. That will not go. And that loose ball tracked down by the Bengals. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late. We do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here in the gym. Brighton possession. They'll take a three. That one was just short. A rebound brought down there by Kearns. Wyaskett here trying to deal with the pressure. That's Nielsen. Came away with the steal as that rolls ahead for Evans. That wouldn't go. And Kearns with another rebound and now a foul called. Boy, good opportunity there for the Bengals. Couldn't get that one down, and foul called here on Addie Evans, one of the seniors on this Brighton roster. Wyaskett across the timeline. Clearfield works up. De La O, she'll take the three. Yeah! Sierra De La O able to score the opening bucket of the ball game. It's a triple. She's 31% from beyond the arc this season. As Clearfield came up with a stop there and a foul called here immediately. As this one going to go on Evans again. So back-to-back fouls here in the early going on the senior Addie Evans will force Coach Kane Stokes to go to his bench. It'll be Charlotte McKinney, a 5'10 sophomore, checking in. Coach Stokes in his third year here at Brighton High School. Real positive about his program, and they know they've got a full slate here tonight going up against these Falcons. Wyaskett double team, sends out to Kern. She'll try the three, no. Backside board there gathered by Scholler. But this ripped away by Nielsen. Now Brighton coming out on the run. A foul there from behind. As Scholler was racing back, will be the first team foul on the Falcons. Mentioned the winner of this game will head on the road up to Heber. Go take on the Wasatch Wasps in this 5A state tournament. Wasatch been one of the top teams in 5A all year long. As Brighton here going a high post. That blocked away by Scholler. Kept here. Nielsen into that double team. Now looking for help. They try to go high post. That knocked away. Taken away. Izzy on the run out. Ava Nielsen worked inside. Nielsen on the drive, able to save that one back in. Smith lost it going up. Izzy pushing here again for the Falcons. De La O, no. Offensive board and the putback. And a timeout here taken by Brighton. as Jayla Kearns came running in from that three-point line to capitalize on the missed shot. 7-0 Clearfield here in the lead. You're watching the first round of the 5A state playoffs on KSLSports.com. Welcome back here, Clearfield High School. Brighton basketball. They've tried to go high post here a couple times. This Clearfield defense has done a nice job of really trying to muddy up some of those passing lanes as they work inside Nielsen. That ball bounced on that baseline, and it's back over to the Falcons. Waskett picked up at center court. De La O with room. No. Offensive board again. That one was blocked away. Kept here by Bernards. The outlet tracked down by Izzy. Right through the lane. Nice little pump fake. Boy, beautiful move there by Brighton Bernards. The senior averages 6 per game, 4 different scores for Clearfield here in the opening minutes. They work inside. Amavor off the window. No. Offensive board by Nielsen. She gets fouled. And Sophie Nielsen here will head to the free throw line. Foul called on Scholler. I believe that's her second. As Sophie, multi-year starter here at Brighton High School, multi-sport athlete as well. As she hits the first one. One of the top scorers in the whole state. Speaking of Sophie, talking about always being the focus of the opposing team's defense, and she still found a way to do that. Been phenomenal senior year for her. As Nielsen makes them both. Izzy kicks to the corner. Clearfield trying to work around. That's Brighton basketball. That one given up. Nice pursuit there defensively by McKinney. Able to just get enough pressure there to help force that loose. Pressure taken away by Izzy. The top of that box collapsing down, ripping that away. De La O. Inside, nice vision. Miko Kano there. Beautiful job rolling through the lane. Teammate able to find her. Boy, tough entry. That one just hit that end line as Ingo was trying to keep that ball in play. And we'll head back here to Clearfield. De La O looking inside here. Waskett straight away, hits the three. Izzy Waskett, 5 points for her. The second made three for Clearfield in this opening frame. It's a 14-2 Falcon lead. Waskett able to take that one away. Oh, how about that pass? Up ahead to Kearns. Jayla now with 4 points. Good ball movement. That one ripped away. Waskett here in the open floor. Left-handed finish. And another timeout taken here. 18-2. It is all Clearfield here in the first round of the 5A state playoffs.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Oh, life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Welcome back here. Want to remind you, KSL Sports Rewind, we've got playoff action for you every night this week, as we've got boys and girls action, 5A and 6A. And of course, next week, head up to the Huntsman Center for quarterfinal action. And 5A, 6A, boys and girls will have all those games for you. Let your bosses know now, you've got a full week next week. Just block out your calendar. Come join us on KSLSports.com, as we'll have games all day. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is Clearfield right back inside with Kano. Her second bucket tonight. Nielsen, her long three was just a touch short. Offensive board that was deflected, now tracked down by DeLo. Sierra trying to get through that double team. Draws the whistle here with just over 2 to go. Is this foul going to go on Ingo? The first on Izzy. Nice swing over. Nice move. Saw a little juke there by Kano. She's got 6. Great start for the senior inside. Amavor sends back up. They're really making it tough to try to get the ball to Sophie Nielsen. Really trying to lock her away. She works into the paint here. Nice split. There you go. Sophie scores it inside of 90 seconds left as Clearfield had passed too long out of play. It'll head back here to Brighton. See if the Bengals can get a little bit of momentum going here to extend or to expire this first quarter. That sent a crossover with Perkins. That pass disrupted, kept here. Nice recovery there by McKinney. Swings over for Nielsen, tried to save it into the lane. And now Clearfield with numbers, led by Izzy. She's got help on both sides, will come left. A little up and under, won't go. Bernards keeps it here. Izzy thought about it, step back 3. No, that rimmed out. Kano's shot wouldn't go. Other end, McKinney in the corner. That pass knocked away by Amico. Shot clock turned off here for these final 20 seconds. That pass intercepted. McKinney up and good. And Izzy will not get this shot away. That will do it. Good start for the home Falcons, 22-6. They lead Brighton here in the 5A state playoffs. You're watching live on KSLSports.com. Welcome back here to the 5A state playoffs. Want to thank our sponsors, including Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spender Rewards checking account with a 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. Also want to thank Wadup's Insurance Agency. We all love spending time supporting our high school teams, and Wadup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Wadup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. A little clerical issue there on the substitution, so they'll have to wait for that next whistle. The Falcons will, and this one lost out of bounds. There you go. So quality 5 seconds to start this second quarter there for Bernards. And now they'll be able to execute that. Destiny Gomez, the senior, checking in for Coach Soder. Christensen. And they're going to call the offensive foul there. That screen was set, but there was just a little bit of a slide there. And ends up turning it over. And Coach Soder coaching his team up, saying, hey, you got to establish that position. It's Ingo. They'll hand off. Ava Nielsen. Works over inside. This knocked out. It'll stay here. Right back to the inbounder. We'll come up top now with Nielsen. Take a shot. That one off the mark. And it's back to Clearfield. Sophie Nielsen will check in here, as will Kira Amavor. Two seniors back on here for Coach Stokes. Try to kind of leave that one for De La O, but a push going to be called here. This will go on Brighton. That foul called on Perkins. Izzy. Nope, De La O, my apologies. Izzy to the table. She'll check in at the next whistle. That one just came off the front of the rim. And a heady play there. You saw Thane. She realized she had to establish herself back inside the boundary before she could touch that, but could not do that and repossess it. So back over to Brighton. The 6:30 mark of the second quarter. Nielsen, no, that one intercepted. Gomez. On the drive, rejected inside. Nice block there by Perkins. To Nielsen. Nice run out there. I think it was just a little tap there by Ava to kind of skirt that ball ahead to Sophie on the run. Allow her to get beyond that Clearfield defense that was retreating back. This one deflected out by Perkins. Substitution here for Coach Stokes. McKinney will check back in. Here's Izzy, a 15-footer. She's up to 9. I mentioned she averages 13 a game. Well beyond that average here in this first half. Nice hands there by Christensen to disrupt. In the block, and yeah, is he going to be called here, I believe, for this foul? Thought the hands there kind of came across the arms. Yeah, it was on Izzy. I was waiting for them to call it. There's another foul called here. We'll head to the line. McKenna with her first as well. Nielsen with a pair. Into the line of that first quarter, hit them both. She hits the first one here. And Sophie now up to 8 points. Izzy comes near side. Gomez. Nice defense there. You saw Ava Nelson really push out there defensively to disrupt that pass. Gomez, her shot blocked. Nielsen out on the run here. Now working through traffic. Tough shot and a foul called The Clearfield bench a little surprised at the call. They thought that Philpott was straight up. But McKinley called for the foul, her first, and Sophie Nielsen back here to the free throw line, where she just hit a pair, and she's got 2 more coming up here. First one for Nielsen, good. We talk about that first matchup. It was a double-digit lead at the end of 1. And Brighton had a much more competitive second quarter. And the game's kind of played out similarly here tonight. As decided advantage after the first, and here in the second, Brighton actually outscoring Clearfield 6-2 here in the first 3 minutes. Wysket found some room, takes the 3 and hits it. Her third 3 tonight. Sorry, her second 3, but the third 3 for Clearfield. It's a team that's near 30% from beyond the arc on the season. Nielsen able to regather this, works over to Ava. Defense for Clearfield really having to cover a lot of ground. Nielsen with room, Sophie's 3, no. Batted around, a loose ball foul here going to be called on Brighton. This will go on Perkins. That'll be her second. She'll head to the bench as Ingo checking back in here for Coach Stokes. Izzy, little backdoor cut, no. Batted around, tracked down by Philpott, but could not get the outlet. Enough Brighton arms in the way there to disrupt. Amavor working inside. Nice disruption there by Kearns. Knocks it out here at the midway point of this second quarter. Wysket off the steal. Well, you saw just that little stop. Brought that defense up. And a nice dish to Christensen at the rim. 6 different scores for Clearfield as they lead at 29-12 here in the first half. Look there at the Clearfield huddle. And for those wondering, why would you take a timeout there? They announced Izzy Wysket has just broken the all-time steals record here at Clearfield High School. She's been a fantastic player. We see her there in the middle facing the camera. She's been one that's been a blast to watch. We've done several games here at Clearfield, and every time it's been really to watch her affect both ends of the floor, her defense, her offense. Congratulations, Izzy Wysket, on the new all-time steals record holder here at Clearfield High School. Quite an accomplishment for the senior guard here at Clearfield. You see the way they play defense. It's intense, it's locked in, it's active, it moves a lot. Nielsen able to hit that extended 3. Boy, Coach Stokes before the game just was talking about Sophie, what she does on the floor, off the floor, said she's just got a unique talent just in her. And you see that, a way she can affect the game on both ends. This one lost out by Clearfield. We'll head back to Brighton. He did talk a lot about what Sophie Nielsen does off the floor too. We'll get to that. We'll have time in this one. She's got 13 of the 15 for Brighton, speaking of Sophie. Ava had that knocked away by Wysket. She's now got room atop the leaderboard. Again on the fast break. How about that pass? Oh, that just came off the rim. And Brighton now working on the clear. Sophie, that was knocked away. And a foul called here. Apologies, little clock issue there. We'll get that caught up for you. As this will send Brighton to the line. It was the 5th team foul on the Clearfield Falcons in this second quarter. So I believe it's Perkins here stepping up. She's the 5'6" freshman. We talk about some of the youth for Coach Stokes. As Presley hits the first. And go set to check in should Perkins hit this free throw, which she does. Hand it off for De La O. Boy, beautiful play there to set Sierra up on the run. Right to the rim for the finish. Hit that early three. That's just the second bucket tonight for De La O. Nielsen, yeah, foul called here. Trying to be aggressive there defensively, and Kearns just got caught there with the push, I believe is what they called. So Nielsen right back to the free throw line. Chance here at 2 as Brighton will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this opening half. First free throw, no. First miss for Nielsen at the line tonight. One more here for Sophie. There you go. I have 10 in the quarter for Sophie Nielsen. 3 on the way, no. Nice job by Amavor there. Tapping that over to space. Well, you see Wyatt, boy, just so intense defensively, able to generate another steal. Izzy looking for help, and a foul called here. This will go on Amavor, I believe. Third team foul on the Bengals. They have one more to give here in this second quarter. Doubled. Sierra. Thought she might try that one. She'll work it inside here instead. And now Sophie Nielsen going to pick up her first. No, they will actually call it here on Brooklyn Smith. Boy, Wyatt for 3. If this were football, she might have a little segment on an ESPN NFL show. Went up and over the DB on that one. Here's De La O. Through the lane, no. In go. Battling for this ball. Kept here, De La O for 3. Second 3 tonight for Sierra De La O. She's up to 7. Inside a minute left here in this opening half. And we have a loose ball foul called here inside. That's on Amavor, her second. So Perkins, Addie Evans, and Amavor, each with 2, that being the 5th team foul on Brighton. Will walk down and take free throws here with McKinley Philpott. Philpott, one of the seniors on this Clearfield roster, which has a lot of them. Talk about Kano and Philpott, obviously Wyatt, Gomez, Thane, Bernards. A lot of seniors on this Clearfield roster for Coach Soder. As Philpott scores her first point tonight. That's the second one here. And off the back of the rim. Finds its way to the Bengals. Brighton now on the run, fouled. Sophie Nielsen going right to the rim, and Philpott here trying to stay vertical. Coach Soder didn't love the call. Have a blocking foul called here. So a pair of free throws coming up for Nielsen. Sophie's done a lot of damage at the line tonight, makes another one. Running out of room here in my second quarter. As Nielsen on this trip makes them both. 12 in the quarter for Sophie Nielsen, 16 in the game. About an 11-second differential. Game clock, shot clock here as Wyaskett works up top. Nice, Sucano. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds to play. Here's Perkins, has some room. She'll take the runner and hits it. She's got that right over the front of the rim. Nice floater there by Presley. 5 seconds to go. Izzy, she'll drive off the glass. No, Kano can't get there, and that will do it for the opening half. 37-22, Clearfield leading Brighton. You're watching the first round of the girls 5A state playoffs on KSLSports.com.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Start of our second half. Clearfield leading Brighton 37-22. Falcons will start with the basketball. Nice second quarter there for the Bengals. Actually outscored Clearfield 16-15 as this knocked out, but will stay here. Your unofficial scoring leaders at the break for Clearfield. 12 for Wyaskett, 8 for both Amico and Sierra. Meanwhile, 4 for Kearns as Wyaskett count the bucket. An and one opportunity here for Izzy as this called on Amavor. Meanwhile, I should mention that Bernards and Christensen each with 2. Philpott had the 1 to lead the way for Clearfield in that first half. Meanwhile, for Brighton, 16 for Sophie Nielsen, 4 for Perkins, 2 for McKinney. Wyaskett here at the line, able to capitalize on the three-point play. And I think now the largest lead of the game for the Falcons is offensive board that denied inside by Scholler. Amory Scholler, one of the seniors, 6'2", senior for Clearfield. Plays a freshman, started as a freshman, then got hurt, tore her ACL as a sophomore, had to sit out a whole year. She only played 9 games as a sophomore, had to sit out the rest of that sophomore and junior season. Back this year and has been great for the Falcons. As that shot won't go, and Sophie Nielsen coming up with a rebound. Nielsen, tough angle, and Scholler, they're able to pull that away. Clearfield coming back up. And Wyaskett there on the drive is fouled. Izzy here will head back to the free throw line. pair here for Izzy. First one good. Mentioned 7 different scorers in that first half for Clearfield. And their leading scorer, off to a nice start in the opening minute here of this second half, having scored 4 points here already in the third. Other end, that three was long. Backside board won't go. Batted up, and Clearfield now to clear. Izzy. Here's Sierra. Wyaskett just short on that shot. The rebound finds its way to Nielsen. Brighton works inside, they kick out. 3-point shot is good. That one hit by Addie Evans, her first field goal tonight. It's a 3-pointer for the Bengals, their first points of this second half. Dalo, that pass was deflected. Evans up to Sophie. Tough shot and a foul called inside here on Scholler. Send Nielsen back here to the line. Scholler having picked up her third. I mentioned Sophie Nielsen and things Coach Stokes talked to me about, 4.0 student, but the things she does off the floor, said she does a lot with this team. Service projects, even will send information to the coach, things that get posted on social media, promoting the team. There's so much that she does to help this team be close as she hits both free throws. Of course, a youngster who also plays lacrosse. We'll see her out on the lacrosse field here in the next couple of weeks. Scholler, some disruption there. Brighton here on the steal. Sophie Nielsen's up ahead. Just short. The putback is good. Count the bucket. And an and one chance here for Addie Evans, who kind of got the run out started and then followed up on the play for the rare Nielsen miss and got fouled. And now an opportunity to 3-point play here for Addie. Addie averages 7 points a game here as a senior. Didn't score in that first half, but a quick burst here of 5 and a chance to make it 6 here with a made free throw. What was a 20-point lead could be cut down to 12. One of the things Coach Stokes talked about was this group's ability to just be resilient, battle through adversity. They've done that here tonight. Oh, nice play inside, but couldn't finish. And Brighton with the board. They could make this a single-digit deficit. Nielsen, she's going to try it for 3. No. And Wyaskett with the board. Izzy running ahead. She's got space for a 3. No. And Nielsen there with the rebound. That was deflected out of play. It will be Brighton basketball. So this will be Ava Nielsen here to inbound. Nielsen doubled there. Gets to the corner. That 3-point shot off the front of the rim across as Izzy gathers it. Open look. Both teams cooling off here in the middle portion of this third quarter. As that one lost going up. I said last touch there by Clearfield. Nielsen with space. Her three is long. Kept here and fouled. It was Ava Nielsen who was able to kind of position to get that loose ball. Goes up, draws the contact. This is on Kano, her second, I believe. This will send Ava Nielsen now to the line. Another one of the seniors on this Brighton roster. Is that one just short? She'll have another opportunity here. Tap to the corner. Nielsen saved it, but it went to the wrong team. Clearfield. Izzy. No, batted around. Nielsen tracks this down. Amavor. Off the screen. Three-point look is good. Addie Evans with the three. There's a 9-point game. 9 points for Evans, all in this third quarter. Wyskett feeds inside, no, and that batted out. But it goes to Nielsen. Here's Ava looking up for Evans, and that pass just a touch overthrown out of play. It'll head back to Clearfield. Boy, that would have made it interesting if Brighton were able to capitalize there. Here's Izzy. She's the only Clearfield Falcon to score here in this third quarter. That three won't go. And out of play, it'll be Brighton basketball. It's a 22-6 first quarter lead for Clearfield. Brighton has got it back to single digits. Izzy nearly with another steal. This will be Brighton basketball. Fans here not quite certain how the geometry worked on that one. They'll lob inside. Amavor walked with it. A nice idea, but boy, her momentum just kind of carried that pivot foot a little bit as Brighton gives it back. Izzy with the crossover down the lane and scores. Sophie, what a spin move. That will stay here. Substitution. Ava Nielsen going to check back in here for Brighton as McKinney will get a breather here for the Bengals. Tough entry there for Sophie, denied by Kearns. Izzy, other end, quickly, gives to De La O. Her three is good. A quick 5-0 burst here by Clearfield. Their two leading scorers now in double figures. Nielsen trying to answer, just short. Evans could not, got a timeout here taken by Coach Stokes. 30 seconds to preserve the possession. We'll be back. Clearfield basketball. Brighton basketball after this. Back here to Clearfield High School as we show you that 5A state bracket. See, we're in the bottom right, that Brighton-Clearfield game, the winner to go to Wasatch. Of course, any of those teams going to have to go through, you would think, the West Panthers, who've been fantastic this season. Coach Solovey, their defense is intense, to say the least. But for the here and now, both these two teams just trying to extend their season. As here's Sophie Nielsen. Frees up room for that three and hits it. Sophie Nielsen, boy, a great job of just getting enough room to get that shot away as her impressive night continues. 21 now for Sophie. Out of the corner, Clearfield is fouled on the shot. Well, that closeout rams into Jayla Kearns, and it would be Kearns here heading to the free throw line to shoot three. I believe they called the foul on Perkins. That'll be her third. So three here for Kearns. That first one was short. Second one for Jayla. No. There's a substitution here for Coach Soder as Abby Thane will check back in. Missed them. And the board gathered by Perkins. That pass taken away by Izzy. DeLo, she'll float it up in the lane, score it for Sierra. Here's Evans. Nielsen, defended here by Thane. She'll try to drive. Contact there. And we'll send Sophie Nielsen here to the free throw line. This called on Thane.
First foul, number 10, Abby Thane.
Nielsen able to get the first to go. She's been really good from the line tonight. She seemed super consistent with just about every shot as she makes them both on this trip again. Back to an 11-point difference. Worked around, here's DeLo. Hits another three. Gave the signal to the student section who loves the outside shooting of their junior, Sierra DeLo. Brighton looking to answer, no. Tapped back to Amavor. Gets the outlet. Evans now for three. She hits it for the Bengals. A necessary answer there for Brighton is Addie Evans. My goodness, she's got 12 all in this third quarter for the Bengals. 10 seconds to play in the third. Izzy driving, left-handed shot, count it. That one trickling out, but that will do it for the third. 54-41, Clearfield has led throughout. We're 8 minutes away from knowing who will head to Heber and advance in the 5A state playoffs. The home of Jeff Hansen, representing here in the first round of the 5A state playoffs, Brighton basketball. As we start this fourth quarter, the Bengals outscored Clearfield in the second and third quarters. It's a 13-point game. They got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. As that three misses, the rebound finds its way to Thane, and now Clearfield with a chance to bring the ball up the floor here. Izzy works to the corner. Three from Christensen. Count that one good. The three-point barrage continues for the Falcons. First of the game for Callista. They've hit two in every quarter, the Falcons have. Just one here in the fourth. They got one more waiting for them at some point. As this pass over to Ingo, beyond her reach, out of play. It will head back to Clearfield. Substitutions here for the Falcons. Got to give a lot of credit to the way that Brighton has fought in this one here tonight. They had a tough start in that opening quarter. Trailed by as many as 20. Got it to within 9. But now trailing here by 16. They pretty much need a lot of stops here to come back in this one. Clearfield, that three, no. Rebound there to McKinney. Sophie, little step around. Nice take there by Nielsen, who scored in every quarter tonight for the Bengals. Only Bengal to do so. Christensen. Here's Izzy. Shot clock down to 7. 5 now. Izzy around the screen. Puts it up. No, just missed, but an offensive board. The putback won't go. Amador trying to get that up the floor. Could not connect. Back with Clearfield. Thane lost it out. It will be Brighton basketball with 6 minutes to play. Ava Nielsen back on here for the Bengals. Nice drive, that wouldn't go. Nielsen with the offensive board, had it ripped away. Last touch by Clearfield. Ingo, baseline, try to get that to Amador. Sophie, she's got room, she'll take the three, no. Ingo tracks it down. Oh, Sophie, what a move! She's got 27 by my count tonight. Out of the corner. Christensen shot rimmed out. Izzy with the board and put back. And a timeout here by Clearfield. 59-45 timeout. Coach Soder here in the 5A state playoffs. 5 minutes to go here in regulation. And a traveling violation. What a call here away from the basketball. So I'll actually keep it here for the Bengals. Table here, was that the 5th foul? That looks like that's the case. So Philpott is fouled out here. Not gonna lie, that caught me by surprise. Three off the inbound. Evans again. Man, she has been on target in this second half. She's got 15 points. 4 made threes and 1 made the old-fashioned way. Here's Wyaskett. Should pull a little 12-footer. Gets the roll. Home court advantage there for Izzy. Amador right back up. Three on the way. That one hit. by McKinney. Here come the Bengals as it's down to 10. Here's Christensen. Gomez is here with Kano. Off the screen, Christensen. That one hard off the window. Evans, no. And could not save that. We'll stay here with the Bengals as De La checking back in here for Coach Soder. Evans defended by Weiskett, gives to Nielsen. Scholler defending her. Nielsen working away from that screen and is fouled on the attempt. So Sophie gonna head right back here to the free throw line as this will go on Kano. No, on Scholler, I think. I think that's her fifth. So Amory Scholler is fouled out. So Scholler and Philpott both fouling out of this game. And now that interior, some of the length inside is done. We still have Kano on the floor, the 5'10 senior. She's got a couple fouls in this one. But it will be Nielsen here stepping to the line with 3:20 to go. Doesn't she get two? Yeah, there we go. I think the teams were just so used to her scoring there, they thought that it was a three-point play, but did not capitalize on that drive where she was fouled, so she'll have two here. Chance to cut it to 8. Be the closest it's been since the opening minutes. Weiskett works to De La for 3. No, rimmed out, and Nielsen with the rebound. This could be a two-possession game. In with Nielsen on the block. Nice turnaround, no. And a battle for the possession here, a tie-up. The arrow will give it to Clearfield. Boy, fortunate, that's a great move by Nielsen on the inside. Just missed that one. There's Brighton here with a little pressure on the ball. Weiskett will bring it ahead. Oh, nice inside. And that was all basketball. Evans was out of bounds as she tried to save it. It'll stay here. So Clearfield here to inbound. This will be Bernard's. Gets it in with Izzy. She'll step back for 3. No, was short. Nielsen. Brighton has 2 timeouts left. Right back for Sophie. She's fouled, and Sophie Nielsen will head back to the free throw line. Nice little give and go there for the Bengals as Weiskett here called for her second. That's the 3rd team foul on Clearfield. So the Falcons just 1 foul to give here over the final 2:15 as the first free throw for Nielsen good continues to do damage from the line today. I have her with 17 points from the free throw line tonight. 17 made free throws for Sophie Nielsen by my count. And now a foul called at half court. This will go on Ava Nielsen. And a timeout taken here by Clearfield. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Soder. We'll take a moment here to thank our sponsors that make this stream possible on KSL Sports, including Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. And while we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddup's Insurance Agency is a local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. Not sure if they insure clothing that may get wet from spilled liquids, but they insure a lot of other things. I want to thank Waddup's Insurance Agency for their sponsorship, as well as Tab Bank here on KSL Sports Rewind. Playoffs are here, best time of the year. Of course, some of our jackets got a wash tonight as well. We appreciate that. As here's Izzy. Kicks to Dalo. A long two, won't go. Nielsen with the running rebound. Sophie pushing at the other end. No, won't go, and that tapped out by Amavor. It's Clearfield basketball. Boy, Sophie Nielsen and Brighton, they've had to expend so much energy to make this comeback. A couple misses inside by Sophie, rare misses. Leave this at a 6-point ball game as Wyaskett here bringing it up the floor. Kicks to the corner, can be patient here. Christensen will take the three, no. Rebound brought down by Clearfield, count the bucket Falcons. Jayla Kearns with the offensive board, the putback, and the foul will have an opportunity here for a three-point play. Huge make there for Clearfield. As that free throw good by Kearns. 90 seconds left. That one, and a foul called. That will be the 14th foul on Clearfield. Boy, I couldn't tell if that got blocked from behind or not. Christensen was right there. Great defense there, staying vertical. As Wyaskett bringing it up the floor here, and they can be patient here. As the foul given by Evans. Just the third team foul on Brighton. Would imagine they'll probably give another one here fairly quickly, but Coach Kane Stokes going to take a timeout here. Timeout Brighton. We'll step aside, be back here. 1:13 left to go in the first round. Clearfield basketball. One of the things I talked with Coach Soder about was this team getting over the hump, and felt like fourth quarter wasn't going their way. Big play made late by Kearns. Maybe that play to get them over the hump here in this first round of the 5A state playoffs. There's 20 seconds on the shot clock here for Wyaskett. They'll foul Izzy. That'll stop it with 55 seconds to go. And that's the 14th foul on the Bengals. So next foul will be Clearfield heading to the free throw line. Did reset the shot clock. As that lob into the bench. So Clearfield, the turnover, will give it back here to Brighton. 45 seconds to go. Ava gives back to Evans, takes the three, no. Nielsen with the offensive board, goes up, is fouled on the attempt. And Sophie Nielsen, her big night will head right back to the free throw line. I've got her with 31 points. What a career for Sophie Nielsen. Looks like coming to an end here tonight on the road. In the 5A playoffs, I mentioned a multi-year starter for this Brighton team, and so much to elevate program players around her, and especially in a year where a lot of new players, new contributors. Not uncommon to see players in other sports transfer in these scenarios, but Sophie stayed with her program, the program she's played for her entire career, multiple sports. As she makes them both there, 33 in the game for Sophie. We'll step aside, be back here, 35 seconds left. Pressure here in the backcourt, a foul called. As Nielsen, we talk about her intensity, just picked up her first foul. 33 points, a number of rebounds, steals, and does all that without committing a foul until the final 32 seconds. As at the line is Bernard's able to capitalize on the first. And the second. That shot won't go. And that will be back to Clearfield as it hit the structure. The Falcons going to advance in the 5A state playoffs. They'll head to take on Wasatch. This is a group that has had to play against some of the top teams, including Fremont. I mentioned that last game of the year, just lost to the Silver Wolves by 2. Would have been a co-region title for Clearfield. They were right there last year as well, as they just lost a Bountiful late. Would have been a co-region championship last year as well. It's been a group, as we talked about, it's been right on the edge, trying to get over the hump. They get through the first round tonight. They'll see if they can continue in the 5A state tournament as they will head to Wasatch on Thursday. 66-57 your final score, as Clearfield gets the first round victory over Brighton. Your players of the game, Izzy Wyaskett had a great night tonight, obviously. Sophie Nielsen, I know it's in a losing effort and the season ends, but we have to talk about just how good she was. Unofficially, 33 points is what I think I had her with. Unreal effort tonight by the senior for the Bengals as her career comes to a close. I believe the all-time scoring leader in Brighton history. Fantastic career for her coming to a conclusion. Clearfield with a 66-57 win. Izzy Wyaskett, Sophie Nielsen, the respective leaders for these two teams with big nights, but it's the Falcons that advance. Want to remind you, you can catch 5A and 6A playoff action every night this week. We'll have games Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then all next week we'll be up at the Huntsman Center as we take you all the way to state championships right here on KSLSports.com. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on KSL Sports.